Hello, hello, hello. Hola, hola, hola. And welcome to another edition, another episode of A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Day, and what a joy it is to greet you on this last Monday of 2022. Wow, like here we are. What's today? The 27th of December 2022. I'm looking at my calendar and there's just a few more days left to this new year. How are you doing? Ooh, when we entered 2021. Good morning, Bertha. It's so good to have you with me here today. And always, I so appreciate you for your love and support. When we were entering 2021, uh, I really had great expectations that we were on the other side of COVID and that life was definitely going to be different by the time this date came around. And as you can see, we're still in the thick of even another another variant that is keeping things kind of emerging slowly. And I try to think of it as divine order only in that, am I simply dealing with life on life's terms? So, first, before I even go into anything else, I just want to say Habari Gani. And the response is either Kwanzaa. Habari Gani is, this Swahili greeting, and Kwanzaa, which is we are celebrating now the second day of Kwanzaa. The response could also be Kujichagulia. Kujichagulia. And Kujichagulia is the principle of self-determination. And in African American tradition, something that came out of right here, the town that I live in, out of Long Beach, a professor at Cal State Long Beach put together this holiday, a conscious holiday around celebrating 7 principles. Yesterday was Umoja, and it's the principle of unity, which I'm all for. And now today, self-determination. And how that relates to exactly what I want to talk about today is so intertwined and is so just perfect. Because when we're talking about recovery, and here's the deal, is that I see a world where clean and sober people who are abstinent, people who are looking to put down the weapons of mass distraction, meaning those things that they have been addicted to or they have kind of gone back and forth to. When folks are ready to kind of say, no more sugar, no more this, no more drugs, no more alcohol, I want to live my best life. I see a world where these folks are living their best life and loving it. And what I get an opportunity to do is to provide you with the spiritual tools and the loving support for your personal transformation. And how self-determination really plays a part in this is that if you're someone who's been struggling with anxiety, depression, despair, drugs, alcohol, overeating, gambling, food addictions and sex addictions or shopping addictions, especially coming out of the Christmas holiday, you know that that kind of distraction can really have a grip on your life. And instead of you being in the present moment and fully present, you're busy with, did I eat too much? Am I gambling too much? Am I in a love and sex addict situation? Or am I drinking too much? Can I put this down? Or what, all of that. And it takes you away from being fully present. Therefore, this principle of self-determination, right? Self-determination. What is self-determination for me? As I begin to look at the ending of 2021 and the emergence right around the door, right around the road, right down the road is 2022. And I get an opportunity to reflect on the past, be fully present, and then take a look at the future. So in these days that end the year, these are days where you want to be aware of the balance between how much you're looking in the past how much you're looking into the future, and how you're simply spending this now moment. And breathe into that, right? Because this is the time of year for many people where they're regretting the past, where they're not excited or happy about their future. And so the present moment is being wasted, and it's no longer the gift that it is. So self-determination is really about making decisions for yourself. What is for your highest and good? Now, a lot of people are going to say, hey, you know what? That sounds really selfish and self-centered and self-seeking. And let's just go with that. Okay. Let's just go with that. It's your life. This is your opportunity to just bring the focus inwards for a moment, to recognize that you have an indwelling power and presence, that right where you are, this power and presence is living you, and that you are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that life is showing up in human form. And as such, you get an opportunity to dwell right here, right here. And you have this opportunity to do that in this moment. And that the decisions that you make in this moment are going to affect your future. And that they might be based in the past if you actually take lessons, if you actually kind of go, oh yeah, that worked, that didn't work, but don't let it be the ruler or the guide. The past does not set the precedence. Yes, there are things we might learn, but remember, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. In other words, just because something didn't work out doesn't mean that it's not going to work out in the future. Bertha saying, last night I read that as I have learned to let go of my past, I also need to let go of my future. Absolutely, because we have to, those things we don't really even have to let go, right? That's just even an idea in our own minds. We don't even have the past or have the future to let go of. Oh, the only thing we do have right now is this. So yes, if that helps to let go of the future, let go of the past, be fully present, that if that helps, like absolutely, because it is just an illusion that we're holding on to the past and the future. We're not really holding on to anything. We just think we are. And therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem, right? We think we are. And what we're doing is squandering off, if you will, the precious moments that we currently have. And so I want to let you know that as you're looking into living today and living fully, self-determination really helps to be that guide for you. Kujichagulia really when embraced, it really gives you the remember bowling back in the day? For those of you who know about bowling alleys, and when young kids would bowl, they would put those bumpers in the gutter so that the ball would always hit a pin. So self-determination is really like those bumpers that really help us to stay on track, that really guide us to our greatness, to living our best life. So today, what am I determined about? What have I decided to do? And how is it that I use those as my guideposts, my bumpers, to keep me in alignment with what is for my highest and best? And then just let that go, right? Like, okay. And when I say let it go in this context, I mean, so be it. So be it. And I just let my day be guided by, does this serve my purpose today? Does this serve my highest and best today? So if I'm not drinking today, and I'm going to a New Year's Eve party or something like that, and someone offers me an alcoholic beverage, does this serve my highest and best today? The answer would be no. So it's within those guideposts, within those bumpers, at the bowling alley, right? So it's going to only help me gain success. And that's exactly what that self-determination is about. So for those of us who are conscious about our eating, does this actually serve my highest and best way of eating today? The choices and the decisions that I've made for me today. It might be okay for somebody else, and that's okay. I'm not gonna yuck somebody else's yum. Don't yuck my yum. I won't yuck your yum, right? It is actually for my highest and best to constantly have those bumpers, those guideposts, to keep me within what I said I want to do. And it's through those small little steps, by having that self-determination, by allowing myself to be guided by these principles and by spiritual practices. One of the ways that I anchor in my spiritual practice is through meditation. And I love teaching meditation. And in 2022, I'm going to be presenting more meditation, learn how to meditate the easy and simple way, especially for folks in recovery, because, we seek through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with our higher power. And if that be you, you want to make sure that you stay tuned so you find out about meditation, about prayer, and in January, another round of Living the Serenity Prayer. And I'll tell you about that in just another moment. But I did want to just really, really take a moment to appreciate you, all of you who have, for over a year now, tuned into my program, tuned into these episodes of A Spiritual Remedy. For those of you who have Venmoed or sent funds to continue the process of me being and coming to you live and having a crew that assists me to do our shows, I just want to say I appreciate you for your support. Thank you. Thank you. I feel seen and heard. And I'm excited because as a result of being able to come to you live and sometimes recorded on Facebook Live and then on YouTube, as a result of that, I've been able to start some groups and to really be able to focus and dedicate my time a little bit more to one-on-one, a little bit more to group processes. And those group processes are actually calling forth a lot more of my time. And so that's the exciting news. The exciting news is that starting in 2022, I will be coming on Facebook Live once a month, the first Monday of every month, to be able to give you a full, robust show that'll last the entire month. And then throughout the rest of the month, you'll have opportunities to get in on my circles, my classes, my courses, and you'll be able to actually have more of my time in a dedicated way and in a dedicated fashion, in a smaller group, in a group to where not only will we be able to interact via chat, but we'll be actually in virtual rooms or in live rooms as life allows. And you'll be able to utilize the gifts and talents that I have to share with you. You'll be able to receive the spiritual tools and the loving support that you want in small group and one-on-one processes. So I'm excited about that because it means that life is in order. It means that I get to say yes to what's being placed before me. I get to say yes to you in bigger ways than I have been just by only doing Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it means that you'll be able to grow exponentially in your own spiritual practices, and you'll be able to receive the loving support that I have to offer, not only from me, but to also have some peer support from others who are on the on the road as well. So Bertha says, I say yes, exclamation point. Yes, yes, yes. And this is such exciting news as we go into next steps. I also am excited because we are launching what is also called Vida Spiritual Learning Center. And this Vida Spiritual Learning Center, which means life in Spanish, Vida. It's pronounced V like victory, and then DAH, Vida. So the V and the Vida, which is life, Spiritual Learning Center. And I'll be sharing a lot more about some of the courses and classes, the things, the exciting news that are coming from Vida Spiritual Learning Center, where I get to be the spiritual director there. And this is all in the sacred yes, my sacred yes, to continue to bring spiritual tools for your personal transformation, loving support for your personal transformation. Because as quiet as it's kept, and it's not really that quiet, my heart beats and gets so excited around helping people in recovery. And the reason why is because for so many years, people in recovery, people with addiction, people with anxiety, depression, fear, trauma, people addicted to drama, have been seen as throwaway citizens, or people who don't have the wherewithal to live a decent life. And, and I call bullshit. Like, these are my people. And through these spiritual tools and through this loving support, we all get to live our amazing lives, right? It's so great to be able to be here with you today. It's so great to be able to celebrate self-determination, Kujichagulia, with you today. It's so great to celebrate the last Monday of 2021 with you today. And also so wonderful to ask you for your support. So in the last couple of moments, we're going to go ahead and put up our Venmo and our Zelle information, just so that you have an opportunity to be a blessing unto me. If I have been a blessing unto you, if you have found some enrichment, there's my Venmo, my Cash App, my Zelle is 562-712-5683. And if you have benefited from our show in any way, in any form or fashion, I am asking you right now, for my benefit, to make a contribution and to support me as I continue to support you. This has been a labor of love, a labor of joy for me and my team. And we are excited about what's happening in 2022. Again, we're going to come to you the first Monday of every month, same time, live, to provide a monthly exercises, monthly programming. And then throughout the rest of the weeks in each and every month, there'll be groups, circles, courses that are being made available to you, so that you can expand your horizons and live your best life. So until next Monday, January the 3rd? Yeah, January the 3rd, 2022. Please have a safe and sane New Year's Eve and New Year's Day celebration. I am here for you, ready to start off the brand new year with you, with some courses and classes and just some fun activities that we can do together. But until then, know that you are loved and supported, and I continue to keep you all in my prayers. Until next year, bye for now. Celebrate your